Hello, we're now departing the Philippines. Whoop whoop. Thank you for joining us on this travel adventure here on Mindanao Island. Goodbye. Bye. You're with Randy Horton. Wait a minute now. Ah, shut up! Don't touch me! Ouch! Ow! 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 That was a moment. Hey, how you folks doing? We're getting ready to go somewhere scary. All right, hello and good morning. It is 5 a.m. Whoop whoop. We're on the first cup of coffee this morning. We'll see how today goes. Like I say it's 5 a.m. The daylight has not crested yet. So let's hope the daylight. OTC, hello and good morning. Let's see how this daylight goes. Oop, somebody's up early. Anyway, we probably go sailing again today as long as the weather is halfway decent. It says this whole week's going to be bad, so we just have to deal with bad and outrun the storms when we can. So today we're up and at 'em and doing all right. Oh, I had to have that coffee. Enjoyed the sailing yesterday. Thank you. You know what? I have a microphone, a wireless mic that has the cattails on them, and I can't find it for the life of me. I think I'll dig through all my stuff again today. But I brought wireless mic so I could do sailing adventures and not have the wind noise. But I can't seem to find it. The problem, the mic is about this big, and it's got a little neck clip on it. So the whole package is no bigger than an earplug, and I can't find it anywhere. I guess we'll try to find it today. Des, good morning, Desiree. How are you? We'll try to find that today in the morning. We'll hunt through the house before we go back out. Yesterday we went sailing and then ran home in the evening and a storm was chasing behind us. We didn't really make it in time. We got a little wet, but we didn't get totally drenched. But we did get home, as some people seen yesterday. You're doing fine, Des. Glad. Anyway, yesterday's trip home was, I think we were going 6.5 knots, and this storm was going 7.5. It was so hard. Yeah, I planned to sail today. Let's see how it goes. Potato Head, hello. I believe today is the last day of my Twitch suspension, so that will be over tomorrow. Marnie Dole, good morning. We'll be back also doing Twitch on a daily basis. As for today, I'm just waiting for the sun to come out. Being 5 o'clock and I don't even see a twinkle of sun yet lets me think it's kind of yeah, I have the sniffles. I got in the rain yesterday. Got the little sniffles. I'm still going to stay on YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to do both at the same time. So I'm going to have a lot of work. I'm going to be doing YouTube and Twitch. I got a lot of work ahead of me. And the requirement that Twitch puts on me is horrendous. So next month will be a challenge. I have to do 192 hours on Twitch and on there. Yeah, the Twitch update, it's over tomorrow, Michael. So tomorrow is the last day. It said 7 days. Today is the 7th day. So tomorrow I should be back online on Twitch. Oh, let's keep rolling. I'm on my first cup of coffee, so I'm not rolling happy yet. It'll take me a few minutes. But I'm starting to get better. Wash my hands. You know, today's morning shower felt so refreshing. I need to go to the doctor, but I was going to try to wait till I got to back to Saudi Arabia. My wrist, it's been 3 weeks now, and it's still I don't have any grip, and it's still swollen and really painful right here. So I'm hoping it's just a pulled muscle and not a broken wrist bone of some type. But it's not feeling too good. So you're starting to like YouTube more. It's not that I used to be only on YouTube, and I was silly and walked away. I should not have. We need to do more produced videos for the YouTube, for the channel. I kind of let YouTube not sink, but I didn't do a lot in the past 2-3 years. I need to do a lot more. The situation is I have to actually edit a lot of videos, and with my full-time job, and then I have 2 full-time jobs. One of them is going to work in Saudi at my regular job, and then I have the Twitch. Now has became more than a full job, and now this, the 3rd job. Too much tugging in Saudi? Probably, Bernie. So I've got 2 full-time jobs now, and this is the start of the 3rd one. I don't know how long I can keep going, but we'll keep at it. So I got a regular full-time job, a Twitch full-time job, and now starting the YouTube, and I have to edit videos to start doing those. It's just so much work. I don't have any time. I'm just busy 24 hours, 7 days a week. I saw Cole creating a video he was making a video getting ready to help me with some new videos on the boat. So he was on the what was he on? The Canon, shooting video and stuff. Right now I'm broadcasting from my Sony ZV-1. I forgot I need some books to put under the computer because I have to look down to read your text, but the camera's up here. So it looks like I'm not really looking at the camera. That's not what it is. I have to look down here to read your chat. I need to get books under here. I don't have any books though. What do I have that I can stick under here? I don't even know what I have. Tufal, what's up, Tufal? Yeah, I don't know what I have. Anyway, we'll figure out in the house. There's books over there. You can see the books right there. I probably could use a few of those, but I need to see what they are. They may be a family heirloom, and I've got the computer stacked on some kind of family heirlooms. So I got to be careful with what I play with. Oh, I need to be charging my phone too. Shoot. Anyway, we'll get that down in a minute. So yesterday's selling adventure was pretty good. We went pretty far yesterday. We went very far south. The compass says west, but it's south. They call it southern Cebu, but it's actually west Cebu. It's kind of weird the way I always thought south was that way, but now that I've been in the boat on the compass, it's west. We went past Talisai City, which is where my old house is. I'm still going back to Saudi on the 2nd. I got to pay the bills, make a living still. I'm not free. I don't have freedom yet. I still got a few things to take care of in my life, so I got a couple of years before I have any freedom. Unfortunately. Or fortunately. I need to talk to my nephew today. I want to ask him about getting that other boat here. Oh. Why don't you just move to Cebu and work from there? I can't do it. I have to visit customers in oil and gas. I wish I could work remotely, but I work with a clingy person and that's not going to happen. Yeah, not yet anyway. Um, this coffee is fantastic. I needed it. Oh, yes, I got an update about Earl. Yesterday, a friend of mine went by to deliver food to the house and to check on Earl. And he said the cleaning guy is taking great care of Earl. There's no problems. Don't worry. So I got messages yesterday that Earl is fine and he's being well cared for, which is a nice settling thing. So nothing wrong with that. So Earl's high on the hog. He'll be happy in about a week. He'll be talking to me, telling me all the nonsense that went on. And I believe we're going to set up an Earl cam. I'm going to bring this camera back. Yeah, so Earl's doing well. And we're going to put him on the camera. Now, the next trip that we come home back to Cebu, I believe we're going to go ahead and bring Earl to the Philippines. I need to see how much and what they need to do for Earl. The problem is most countries want to stick your animal in a 30-day quarantine, and a lot of animals don't make it through it. Imagine quarantine in the Philippines. I've had animals set in a hot cage in the hot sun and with no mercy. So that's kind of a sad thing. If it's too complicated, Earl will have to get a new home somewhere because there's no sense for him to suffer, you know? Yeah, I don't think quarantine would work. So we'll find him a new young family somewhere if that's the thing. We'll know when I get back. I'll research the rules, and here we'll research. Send Earl overnight. You can't do it overnight. The problem is the quarantines, and it's different for cats, dogs, and birds. You could never do a bird. With the Asian bird flu everywhere, importing a bird to here would be impossible. And dogs are the easiest, cats are second hardest. But dogs are not as hard, but cats, it's terrible. So we'll have to figure out what to do. They have everything you can think about here that you have to avoid. Well, we're going to go down the boat in a few minutes, no matter what. Even if I don't go sailing, I need to go down and clean up, take care of some things. Sail from Saudi to Cebu with Earl. You know what? The problem is the boat I have, the other boat is in California. If it was in like New Jersey, you could cross the Atlantic and then head through the Suez Canal and around to here and to Saudi. But it's on the opposite side of the world. All my stuff is set up on the Pacific Ocean. I'm not set up with the Atlantic or anything. I wish that I wish Saudi would embrace the boater's life more and more. I think the Red Sea and even the Arabian Gulf is perfect sailing and great experiences for people. And it'd be nice to get more and more people there visiting. Are you actually going to sail today or not? I'm going to sail today. That's the plan. I got to go fill up the gas tank of the boat, do some cleaning, adjust the sail. I've gotten every day that I go out, every time I go sailing, it becomes easier and easier. I do need to adjust one of my lines still, opening the front jib sail. The front sail is still a challenge. So every time I get out, I get it better. Now I've got the mainsail all figured out. I've got the track lubed, and the mainsail goes up and down easier now. The only thing I still have to buy that I don't have here, I need a lot of things, little pulleys and things, but I need what's the boom that hangs in the back. I need a stop that goes on the bottom. It's a little bitty piece, cheap, but I don't have a boom stop. I have to find that. Everything is a challenge. People here, the locals, I don't see too many people, even the foreigners here, they seem to just sit in their boat all the time at the marina. It's the weirdest thing. Nobody goes sailing. Everybody's just hanging out, sitting at the marina, living in their boat, like living in a tiny apartment. It's just weird. I think that's worldwide. Marinas everywhere. Boats just going to squalor and people sitting in there living in them like an apartment and they don't go out. Man, every chance that I get, I'm out in my boat. I bought a boat to use, not to look at. It's really amazing how many people don't go out. You know what I think it is? A lot of people buy a sailboat and then they figure out it's a lot of work and they don't get into it so much. I think that's what it is. People get their boat, they get out, and the actual amount of work to leave the marina and get back to the marina is a challenge. And then while you're sailing, it's a challenge. Maybe they're afraid of the water, or can't swim. Maybe. I mean, I learned to sail in the storms. I'm out every day. I have not yet gone out without a storm. I've been in rough water and storm every time I went sailing. It may be cool for a little while, but either beginning or the end, I've been in a storm every time. Yesterday, when we departed, the water was super rough. Yeah, the car ride to the marina seems long, doesn't it? That car ride to marina can seem like a long time, but it's not that bad. Anyway, if I had to set up again, I would set up with my. I just don't have the money to do the setup I would like. There's a bay down here I wanted to go to, but we missed it because it was 3 hour more sailing, and with the storm approaching, we couldn't go further. It's called I think Car, and they have a nice bay there. I wanted to look at it and see what the chances would be of getting property or something down there. I'd love to have my boat tied behind my house. Maybe I can figure it out. You never know. I may get lucky. Things don't have to be on this island, it can be on some other island. 7,000 islands to find a place. The only convenience here is when you're in Cebu, you can go down to the Sam's Club and buy bagels and other things. If you live in a remote islands, once a month is your trip to the store to get the things you like. You're not going to be able to get all these things that you like unless you live in a main city. And I think that's why this is so crowded. Even people that live in the Negros in a popular place called Dumaguete, they have to come to Cebu to get government and other papers done. So they still have to come here. I don't know how often or what they do, but if you live in other places outside of Cebu, you have a challenge to get here. It's not that easy. So it is what it is. I see we're really quiet this morning. I wonder why. Oh, I didn't share this video out. You know it? There's nobody here. We didn't share out. Only 16 people on a Monday morning. What's going on here? Why are we so dead? Hold on just a minute. Let me go share this out. All right. Let me share this out a little bit. You're going to hear an echo when I share this, so I apologize. Mad Skills, good morning. I tell you what, I still have not figured out how to share it on Discord yet. I don't know what to do. My big thumbs, I can't even type. All right, we got to share it out a little bit. Any plans today? Yeah, I want to go sailing. I'd love to go sailing today. All right. I believe now I got to charge the phone. It says my battery's at 9%. All right. Let's put that over here. Let me charge this phone up. Oh. Oh man, we didn't charge the batteries last night. It's a lot of work to get everything going every day. I'm definitely going to need more batteries and a bigger solar panel. It's a lot of work every day to keep all your little batteries charged, to run your comms and stuff. Even though mine runs on the boat itself, I'm just paranoid that it's all going to quit working. I get paranoid that all my stuff's going to quit working. All right, charge a few devices here and we'll be all right. I shouldn't be paranoid about it, but I am. I just have a feeling stuff will stop working while I'm out there. And there's actually, you have to watch out in the Philippines, there's reefs and shallow stuff sticking out everywhere. You've got to have your navigation stuff running. It's pretty important. Hmm. Yeah, it's real important to have everything running. Well, it's one cup of coffee in my belly. Give me a little relax, and then we'll get another cup going. And hopefully we can get out and about in a little while. I'll let my phone charge a few minutes, and we'll head down to the marina. Try to beat all the traffic to go down and check on the boat. The whole cleaning and prepping and working on the boat, it's not really a big deal because you do it at your house, you know. When you cook dinner, you clean your kitchen. When you're in to use the boat, you clean the boat. It's not really a big deal. It's just you have to do these things. Last night the storm came in, so I didn't have time to really take care of stuff the way I needed to. If there wasn't really storm flying in and heavy rains coming, I would have taken care of all of my boating tasks yesterday. But I kind of like abandoned a lot of stuff. Do I miss the Shams coffee? You know what? His strong old Nescafe ain't bad. I make my Nescafe now at home. All right, we've shared this out a few places, and it looks like we're pretty dead for a Monday morning. That's kind of unique. Let's see, Monday morning, it's 5. I'm surprised there's nobody out today. Yeah, we're not flooded with people here today. I guess we'll have to get better at it. Anybody, if you can help, what do you call it? Chanel's doing better. She'll start attending school again this week, I think. So we got to get that done today or tomorrow. Space Clouds, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, if you guys, Mad Skills and some others who have already become a channel member, if you could become a channel member here, I would really appreciate it. I believe we're going to do memberships. We already have it here. I haven't adjusted all the benefits yet. More and more, YouTube is becoming something that's more fun to me. We'll see how Twitch goes. What's the link to your Discord? I can't find it since your Twitch has got suspended. Let me get a link to my Discord and put it up here. Give me 1 second. Oh. Yeah, give me 1 minute. It's looking for the link now, and then I'll share the join link. Okay, I'll put the. Okay, there's the link coming up. That's the Discord link. What does you How does one become a member on YouTube? Mad Skills, how do you do that? There's links in my somewhere in there that you do it. I need to get better and ask people how to do it. I don't really know. There should be a button, become a channel member, become a channel something. And there's a button somewhere there. I thought you would be back to Twitch by now. You said, yeah, suspension was reduced. It'll be over tomorrow. If it's not working tomorrow morning, then I got to write him a letter and tell him it didn't come back on. Today is the actual 7th day. So I'm not, I thought it would be released today, but I guess it's tomorrow. If it's not working by tomorrow, then it is what it is. But you know what? I'm actually enjoying YouTube also. If you guys think about our stuff that we're doing, YouTube works fine. You just have to clean up our language. Now, we'll still do some Twitch stuff. It's just a matter of time before I'm probably permanently banned on Twitch because we're not allowed to be funny and make weird jokes over there. I just have to be real careful with the humor. Yeah, so I don't know. Just there's so many people on Twitch now that have been suspended or banned for things that I didn't think were bad at all. So I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. I don't understand it. They have girls over there in bathtubs, in hot tubs, and nothing happens to them. And then they have one girl showed her feet and they banned her. You said YouTube is less user friendly. I have people think the opposite, but I'm not sure. You know, it's just, it's hard to say. I don't know. I've been under, I've been streaming for a decade on about every platform, and I always get under heavy scrutiny. And most of the time, it's due to jealousy. You know, a lot of people work very hard and never get a viewer. And I just act myself, and all my channels grow, and people are jealous. They get jealous about it. It really gets worse when I'm in Saudi. Anybody who doesn't like the Middle East, pick. What the heck is called? There's a choir out here. You hear that? There's a choir out walking down the street 5:30 in the morning. What the heck is that about? It must be some kind of a saint, virgin, sky bandit, or magical person that has a birthday today. They're walking around, some kind of choir walking around. YouTube Premium is definitely user friendly. Twitch isn't. I hear you. Everybody has it. A bunch of people just walked in here and then walked down the street. A choir singing at 5:30 in the morning. I'm sure there's some kind of saint somebody day. Uh, you can't minimize the app. I hear you. You can't multitask. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Uh, you know, one of the strange things that I've never gotten used to about the Philippines, and it kind of shocked me when I first came here. You know, I grew up in a buckle of the Bible Belt in the Protestant area, and I have friends that are all Catholics, and they weren't the same version of Catholic as they are here. I think Catholic here is like old Roman style or old Spanish style Catholic. And they sing and have all sorts of parties for anybody's birthday, all sorts of saints and all that I've never heard of. And they have little statues all over. They're really into idolism. Now, I don't know if that's you or not, but that's just kind of different for me. I'm just really not familiar with this, and I've never gotten used to it. It just went, you know, we were just taught so different, you know. To walk around and pray to little statues and idols is just kind of really different for me. I'm not used to seeing that kind of stuff. It's very different. It's real different. Yeah, I'm not really used to that at all. Every day there's somebody somewhere in the city with holding a statue and praying and hollering and walking down the street. That's Catholicism. Catholics everywhere. Is it? I've never seen that in Tennessee. Has the accident affected Chanel's driving? Yeah, she don't like to drive unless she has to. She doesn't like it. She went out with us all and still was afraid. So yeah, it has. Definitely. JD Glasser, hello and good morning. Oh man. I wonder which way that choir of people went. I don't know how everybody was raised, what your religious beliefs are, and I don't really get into any religious beliefs. Whatever you want to believe is you. But I don't know. I've kind of noticed that these little idol things. I'm doing good, Jay. Thanks. I've noticed that a lot of idolism in some religions. I thought what's up, Ryan? Good morning. I thought religion was all about God, but some reason people never talk about him. They always talk about them old idols. Catholics don't get out in the streets in the USA, but they still have their statues and feast days and everything. Well, that's fine. I mean, I understand that, but here they're out in the streets with roaming around everywhere. Anyway, it is what it is. A little strange to me. Growing up where I grew up, that's kind of like idolism, like frowned upon. And people in Muslim countries don't get out holding statues walking around. All right, I need to get some air conditioning going in here. Oh, give me 1 second. Uh, hey, Cup of Joe, do you want to come up here? Well, I got to make some coffee. Hold on, let me invite anybody. Ryan, you want to come up? We hadn't seen you in a couple of days. Anybody want to come up? There you go. Anybody that wants to come up and join us on the broadcast? There's the link right there. You can click on that link in the chat, and then you can join us in the broadcast. And put the link on the screen right here also. For those of you who can't click a link, you can type it. It will come up and ask you to make up your name, and then it will say okay for your mic and okay for your camera. And then you can join the screen. This stream is called StreamYards. So you're allowed to join. You know what? I took my branding off of the screen. Let me add my branding back. Hold on just a second. Let's go with the white. No, let's go with blue. Another blue. There we go. We put our brand back on. Good morning, Cup of Joe. My computer fan is on a lot. I think it's really works hard to do this. I had another computer that I shouldn't have sold now that I know that this computer really struggles. I guess it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Everybody seems to be a little bit busy. Anyway, today is Monday morning. We're live from Cebu, Philippines. Today I'm sitting at home at 5:30 a.m. A little later today, we'll be down to Marina, going out in the boat. Depends on the sky. I'm waiting to get a visual on the sky, then I know whether I go. The weather here always says storms every day. The best thing to do is get a visual and see where the storms and how black the clouds are, and then go for it. And then do a radar search around the area to see how far the storms are to know how many hours you can be out. But in the Philippines, over on the Pacific, and all throughout Southern Asia, it's just constantly there's storms every week. There's no such thing as a free and sunny day every day. It doesn't happen. That's why there's a million palm trees and tropics everywhere. It rains here all the time. It's hot and it's humid. She may need to get help for the PSD. I'm sure there's a counselor in her college. All right. Flashbacks might miss will be comfortable driving again. Thank you, Carrie. You're probably correct. I know people do have, definitely is a scary situation. Joe, were you busy? Everybody stop chatting for a minute. Ryan, you're busy too? All right, hold on just a minute, folks. I'll be right back. Let me grab myself a refill on the coffee. So give me 1 second. Maybe you can rob a bank. Yeah, maybe I could, but I don't. I don't won't do a crime I can't do the time. Also, Bible Belt in the USA rather infamous, hostile to Catholics until the 60s and 70s. The USA version had less flamboyant to avoid attention. Okay, yeah, I know we had. Let me get my coffee and we'll talk about that. All right, now we got a fresh cup of coffee. Whoop whoop. Um, have you checked out Salty Cracker on YouTube yet? No, I'm busy 24 hours a day. Haven't you noticed? Okay, if you've noticed, my new requirement on Twitch starts back again tomorrow. I have to stream in a month 192 hours. Also, I have a full time job, which is 160 hours a month. Also, I do YouTube, a cup fuel 3, 4 hours a day, another 150 hours. And then I have to sleep and eat. Think about everything I do. I don't think people realize how busy I am. They don't realize the amount of effort I put in to keep everything rolling and growing. I think it's really underestimated. I get a lot of people and they tell me, "What can you do to get popular on social media and get my channel and this and that?" I only had a one viewer. I said, "Man, you got to keep going every day, every day, every day. It's a lot of work. You got to keep going and going and going." Are the jokes in Sopranos about Pauline Walnuts getting busted driving in the South? They call it Elvis country. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, when I grew up, we were in the buckle of the Bible Belt, and it was strange. You know what? You hear that? Hold on, man. I hear something.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, Cup and Joe. There's a live New Yorker right there. Joe, I've never asked you before. Are you Catholic?
Yeah.
There you go. We got a New York Catholic and we have a Southern Protestant right together, and we seem to be real good friends.
Yeah, I'm Roman Catholic actually. My mother's Roman Catholic, but my father was Methodist.
All right. So now we know it. So
Yeah.
what do you know, Cup of Joe? Oh, you found a little coffee cup to put in your name. That's cool. Are you drinking a sugar-free Starbucks, or is that one of those heavy-duty ones?
It's the frappe.
Oh, that's a big old sugar one. You better be careful.
Yeah. I don't have it all
I
the
love
time.
them too, but they're old sugar. They're full of sugar.
Yeah. I don't have it all the time.
I hear you. I can drink those down better than water.
Yeah.
Very easy to drink. Something about that chocolate milk goes down so easy.
Yeah.
Anyway, for those that don't know, we're here with Mr. Cup of Joe. Cup of Joe is retired New York City bus driver. Cup of Joe lives in Queens. Cup of Joe, where did you live in New York City, by the way?
Yeah, I lived all over. I lived mostly in Queens. I lived by the Belmont Racetrack, Queens Village. Then we moved to Valley Stream, that's Long Island, for a little bit. And then my mother and father moved to Florida, to Cape Coral, while I stayed in New York, and then I was living in Jamaica, Queens. I stood there for a long time until I retired, and then moved to Florida.
I didn't know you guys had lived in Cape Coral.
Yeah, that's where my mother and father had moved to. It's where my father passed away, living over there.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's real interesting. You know, my uncle was a retired, he was the director of internal affairs at the Cape Coral Police Department.
Ah, yeah.
And my niece is still in charge there at dispatch. My cousin, actually, she wouldn't be my niece. She'd be my first cousin.
Right.
She's actually the dispatch lead officer there at Cape Coral Police. You know, half my family is police, and the other half was Bible bouncers. So you either get arrested or you go to hell in our family. Let me take this brand off. My branding is in the way. Oh, that's better. All right, you can't see the comments, right, Joe?
Yeah, nah.
Okay, somebody just says I'm in East Rockaway.
Yeah, East Rockaway is nice. We were trying to live there once, right by the water, but yeah, we were gonna buy a house there. It was just way too expensive. Any houses by the water is expensive.
That's true. It's the same way when you get married. Any girl that's pretty costs too much money. Marry an ugly woman, save money. Ugly woman, make beautiful lovers. All right, Cup of Joe, let me get just a second. I'd like to take care of something. You got anything? Anybody? You still can't see comments, right?
No.
That is the weirdest thing. I don't know how to solve that.
The only way I see comments is if I press the comments on here, but then that's all I see. Then I don't see the picture. The comments.
Yeah, this is definitely this guest situation here is definitely better for laptops than it is for phones. You can do the phone guest, and
yeah,
we were going to do that.
I'm doing the iPad. I'm on the iPad.
Yeah, I had tried the iPad a few times, and I had confusion.
But the thing about it is, I get the best picture on the iPad than I do on the.
Really?
The laptop is always grainy for some reason, but on my iPad it's crystal clear.
All right. All that talk about iPads, I had to charge mine. My iPad is only used for boat navigation. I don't use it for anything else. So my iPad is strictly for the boat. And I had a few problems yesterday. It's kind of weird. What I would like to be able to do here is make it'd be nice if the comments would automatically pop up on the screen.
Mm.
I need some kind of a app or a way to figure that out. I'll send what is it called? StreamYards a letter and tell them I need that feature. I just want the comments to automatically post to the screen.
Or have it speak it out.
Speak it out?
Yeah.
I think I can do that with any app, but that's not really necessary. Like right now, I want to run out to my truck real quick, but then you can't see the comments.
Right.
All right, I'm going to run out to my truck. Everybody, would you guys, Cup of Joe, tell us a story while I go out to the truck?
I have no stories to tell.
You got a lot of stories. You got a great life. You just don't know it. Tell us about your final year as a bus driver and how you retired and what happened.
All right.
Go ahead. Papa Joe's going to tell you his story and how he retired, and you're going to be shocked. Imagine being his bus when he went to sleep. Anyway, go ahead, Joe. Tell him what happened.
All right, let me put the comments on here. So all I see is comments now. All right, hello everyone. Yeah, it was. I became a bus driver back in 1991. It was October 1st, 1991, and my father was a bus driver, and he was retiring. So when he retired, I came right in. So I fell right into the seniority there. You know, all the way in the bottom, working my way to the top. So I started working like everyone, late nights, graveyard shifts. Did it for about a year. Then I started getting better. I went from nights to working days and nights and split shifts and all that. So after driving the bus for a long time, I wound up getting sleep apnea, where I started to fall asleep in the bus. During bus stops and stuff. I would fall asleep at a stop sign, waiting for the stop sign to say go. A lot of crazy stuff. I driven in the Midtown Tunnel, doing a Manhattan job with people on the bus, and I fall asleep in the Midtown Tunnel while driving. Don't know how I made it out there alive, but falling asleep. If it wasn't for somebody screaming, saying, "Driver, wake up!" So I got up, and then it was like my mind took over the bus. It was weird. Now, it wasn't during COVID. This started happening back in 1999, when I first got diagnosed with the sleep apnea. And I retired back in 2009. No, excuse me, 2008. I retired because that's when my father passed away, and I decided to retire on disability through my sleep apnea, so that way I could get my full pension, when I turn 65.
Okay, so now you have to wait till you're 65?
Yeah, to get my full pension. Uh, I'm getting Social Security disability now due to the sleep apnea, which I still have to this day. I sleep with a CPAP machine, but also I have the diabetes, which also I got Social Security disability on. Uh, I moved to Florida when my father passed away. He passed away back in January 2nd of 2008. So I was trying to get my mother to come back to New York so I could take care of her, but finish up my working. But she did not want to come back to New York. So I decided to take an early retirement. And everybody at the bus company said it's the best thing. That way, that I retire now, so that I could retire on disability, and then I could get my full pension.
Somebody says, was it narcolepsy and sleep
It's
apnea?
like it's like narcolepsy. Narcolepsy, you could fall asleep in the sound of a dime like that. I was falling asleep like that, but they called it severe sleep apnea.
Yeah, my father has that. He'll be sitting at a stoplight and fall asleep.
Right.
I used to have to wake him up. Hey, man, the light's green. He had instant
Yeah.
sleep apnea. He could sleep in a heartbeat. You'll be talking to him, And all of a sudden you look over,
Yeah.
he's had narcolepsy, sleep apnea for a long time. But now he's in his 80s and now he's got Alzheimer's and dementia combined with that. So my pop has got everything you can have.
Yeah.
And he's addicted to sugar, but he doesn't have any diabetes problem. He's lucky. He keeps his weight down. Before, when he had a belly, he had a tad bit of it, but when he got his weight down, that really just kicked it in gear. Getting the weight down is the biggest secret.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
The longest I was at work I was there 3 days straight, around the clock, 24/7 during the 9/11. So I had to bring the police officers to Manhattan in the bus, and I had to stay there until they needed to get back, and then I would take them back to Queens. They would pick up all kinds of uh, equipment and stuff, and then I would take them back. The only time I was able to get relieved is because they wouldn't let nobody go into Manhattan. There was no way to get into Manhattan or leave Manhattan during that 9/11. So I was stuck for 3 days straight in the bus.
Well, I would think anybody would have sleep apnea after that. I mean, I can't sit up for 3 days. I fall asleep standing in my feet.
Oh, I slept. I slept. The police officers were nice. They said, "You go to sleep. We're not going to be leaving anytime soon." So I was like, all right. So I would sleep on the seats there. They needed me. They wake me up.
Well, I need to lay down to sleep and stretch out. I know a lot of people get on an airplane and fall asleep. Man, I got to lay down. I can't sleep sitting up, sitting in a chair. I can't do it.
Mm.
I need my legs to be straight too. Yeah, how did you use the bathroom? Good question. What did you do to the bathroom? Is there a bathroom on the bus or where did you
Oh
go?
no, they have. Uh, there was actually they had outhouses. Had those little out things all on each corner.
Okay, what about during normal bus driving days in New York City? You're the driver. You got to go to the bathroom. What do
I
you
go.
do?
I wait until I had to get to the end of the line, and then I'll go into a McDonald's, or they let us in. McDonald's or anywhere it's got a bathroom. There's plenty of
I'd
stores.
be fired in the first week. I'd be pooping in people's front yard. I would. I got IBS. I couldn't handle it.
Mm.
Oh Lord, I'd have to be real careful. I'd be living on cheese, keep me backed up. That way I could do.
Uh, I lived on nothing but coffee. At the end of the line, there was a Dunkin' Donuts, and at the other end of the line, there was like a deli, and I would always go in, get a cup of coffee, so that way I stayed up, especially during the graveyard shifts. I was working 8 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning.
Well, you drove in New York City for many many years as a bus driver. I'm pretty sure you get over the Philippines and feel comfortable.
Oh yeah, through the plane. It's a long drive. It's a long drive. It's a long flight. Uh, During one of them, I think it's like
Oh, your flights, yeah, but I'm talking about if you lived
well,
here and you had to drive here, you could handle it.
oh, nowadays I don't know. I couldn't nowadays because I'm not used to driving in traffic anymore. In Manhattan, I'm
Oh,
used to it. Now I'm not used to driving in traffic. If I have somebody driving 5 miles in front of me, I get upset.
really? Oh, you'd be freaked out here. You'd be in the hospital with tension.
Oh, see, I've used to driving the bus, and it taking an hour just to go 2 blocks.
All right.
You know,
Do you face chat? Where is Joe at? Joe is in Florida right now. Joe
yeah. I mean,
is
like,
over in Florida. Do you chat with your girlfriend on live stream? And what app do you use?
no, we use the Facebook.
Yeah, here Facebook is real popular.
Yeah, we use the Facebook. What do you call it?
Messenger.
Mic thing, and the video.
All right.
The video.
Well, you ought to invite her up here one day, and that way we can question you two and interrogate you and give you all sorts of hassles.
She's very shy. She doesn't want to. I try to get her. I try to get her. She doesn't like talking to people she don't know. She gets very shy.
I hear you.
You know.
Well, a lot of people are that way. Whenever you get up and you stand in front of the world and you talk, and then everybody's comments, you just have to let them roll off your cuff and not worry about it too much. Some people take every single comment personally. You shouldn't. There's all types of people in the world, and to get on live, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You've been on lives many times. You just overlook and don't worry about some of the things. If you took every comment personal, you'd be hooked on some kind of antidepressant or something.
Yeah. That's why I just left some of the things that people say.
Yeah, I don't even worry about it myself. I get 10,000 times a year. Where's your teeth? I don't care. My teeth are in your eyeball. I don't know. I get so tired of hearing it, but it doesn't matter. I hear it 1,000 times a year.
Yeah, you were supposed to make an appointment to the dentist over there.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend my holiday in the room with.
Yeah, you're better
healing
off getting
from
it done.
dental surgery.
I think you're better off getting it done in Saudi. At least you know it's cleaner. I wouldn't trust the utensils and stuff they use.
It's dirty here. You're right. Saudi's a cleanly place. Yeah. Were you on live when I went into that one dental office and they were pouring out urine specimens in the sink?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Is dentist expensive in the Philippines? No, it's cheaper. But the problem is I went into a clinic. It was a dental clinic and a gynecologist and a urine specimen testing place. They set me in the chair and I leaned back and the lady had a 5-gallon bucket of urine dumping it in the sink next to me. And I was, oh my God. And I got up and left. That was so nasty. I left immediately. Their hygiene thing is just, it grossed me out, man. I left quickly. I know, and the tools and everything just didn't look very good, It was one of them fly by your night things. Them old boys aren't changing their gloves every time. Oh no, they aren't.
Yeah. They probably have it on to use the bathroom.
So I don't really think I'll be getting into I need to get my, I only need a partial that covers 2 teeth here. It's just a little partial that goes in place. I had it, I lost mine and I never went back to get it made again. It's so hard. It took me weeks of fitting to get that in there and it still never fit right. Loads of people in the UK got to go to Turkey to do turkey teeth. You know what? I know a lot of people that they do a lot of things in Turkey. People go there for their teeth and they go there for laser surgery for their eye, that LASIK surgery. And I know people that go there for liposuction. I don't know why it's so much cheaper in Turkey, but apparently it is a good price there. I don't have any Turkish experience, so I can't really talk more about that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have any experience with Turkey. I've been there and been out. I've never been any more than a couple of days in and out. I've never spent any time. Hair transplants. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's without the EU. Okay. Have you ever had an operation done in Mexico? No, a lot of people used to do that, but I wouldn't do it. A lot of people go, there was actually a few doctors claiming to have cured cancer and they have all these things and they open an office in Mexico. That one lady was claiming to cure cancer with coffee enemas. That's what she was doing, giving people a coffee enema. And she said she could cure cancer that way. I don't ever know what happened to it, but how many people in their last few years of your life, you're about to die, and you're down in Mexico with your butt in the air and somebody pouring coffee down your rectum? I think I'll pass on that. But she claimed it. She can cure cancer with coffee in your rectum. They'd pour coffee in your colon. Oh, she said she had the miracle. There's a video on it. There's a documentary about that lady. I think one or two people actually, I don't know if she cured him or it just went away naturally. But I don't know about all that. That's crazy. How'd you like to get a cup of Starbucks in the old bung hole if I could cure your diabetes? Would you go for it?
Yeah.
No, Cole don't want to talk. Joe don't want to talk about his bung hole. He draws a line in his butt. He'll talk about his
Yeah.
work, his
Every
girlfriend.
every
Start talking about the man's privates. He's out of here.
every time I think about that, I think about the colonoscopy I had when I was 40. Oh,
Yeah.
that I said never again will I have it. They wanted me to get it. To this day, they want me to get it again. I said nope.
They can cure constipation in Mexico with their food. You're right about that. Actually, I traveled all over Mexico and I would eat in all this food. Benji went with me. We went into restaurants. I never got sick. I never had a problem in Mexico. Benji and I drove down and we go into villages and go into a regular restaurant and just order off the menu. We were reading and ordering in Spanish within 4 days. It's not as hard as you think. So we were able to understand and order in Spanish. It just takes a few days of doing it, and then you actually. Spanish is not that hard to learn, but I have to be there and actively speak Spanish. Then I can read and understand. That's my problem with Arabic. I can't read it. If I can read it, I can understand more. I can't read the characters. Mexico, I can read the menu and I know what I'm ordering. You just figure it out real quick. I know I went to Madrid and it was the same way. Within a couple of days, I was able to go into a restaurant, read the menu, and order. I couldn't carry on a conversation, but I could order off the menu. Those two beers, please. There you go. Dos cerveza, two beers.
Yeah, let me get what's in that picture over there, number 5.
Which one?
Number 5.
So, what are you up to now, Joe? What's going on in your daily day?
Nothing much. Did some. Did a lot of sleeping today. I've been under the weather. Yeah, change of weather again. Had this freezing weather. Now it's hot again. So
Well, you know how it is where you're at in the summer? You know, the summer weather in
yeah.
Florida. Well, that's exactly what the Philippines is every day, all year long.
Well, we've been having some really cold weather where it was actually under 30, under freezing. 30.
Fraser Ramsey just saying, yo. Bernie saying, hey, Fraser and Bernie, come up and join us. Let me put a link
Yes.
up there.
Come
We
on
need
up.
you guys up here. There you go. Anybody wants to come up, there's the link. It's in the chat. You click on that, it'll ask you your mic and your camera, and then it'll put you downstairs in a stage. And once I see you're there, I click it, you come and join us. Fraser and Bernie, you know how it works. You're welcome to come up. Mr. Ramsey on a beautiful, I don't even know what time it is in the UK. What is it in the UK? Around 8 at night? Bernie says, I'm still in bed. Well, Bernie, I guess we could do a bed stream. Just cover up your body. Anybody want to see old Bernie in bed? You make Bernie can help cure nymphomania with with a live video in his bed. That ought to make the ladies definitely stay away from him. Ramsey said, "I'm about to go to bed." All right. Bernie from his bedroom stream can cure nymphomania. If you're suffering with a bout of nymphomania, let us know. We can cure you. You can get rid of it in one video. Frazier's headed to bed. Whoop, whoop, Frazier. Well, I don't have a lot to do today. I'm sitting here looking at the weather. The sun is coming out, and it looks terrible outside again. Man, it has been terrible here every freaking day for 2 months.
Yeah.
Really, I have not had any good weather. It's starting to wear me out. When do you go back to Saudi? I'll be back in Saudi on the 2nd of February. I leave. I guess I arrive the same day or the 3rd. I don't know. I think the clock, if I'm 5, I'll arrive. I leave on the 2nd, arrive on the 3rd due to the time zone 5-hour difference thing. I'm not excited. I just now getting into the sailing life and really enjoying it. I just got to go work a couple more years minimum, you know. I got to take care of business. I tell you what, when you got people, I tell you, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Frazier, Ramsey Unleashed live.
I thought 5 minutes before I hit the hay because I'm.
How you doing, Frazier?
How you going?
Frazier Unleashed. All right. All right, Mr. Frazier. Yeah. I put you front and center.
I know.
Tell us about your your Ramsey Unleashed. What kind of show are you doing over there? And tell people where you're from so we can get to know you.
for those boring, for those who want to know, I'm from Edinburgh, Scotland. Yes, I'm. My podcast is basically interview people from inspirational backgrounds, from life experiences. That's what I do. I also run a cleaning business, and I kind of like the networking and chill out and drinking green tea as you do. Anyway,
keep it going. I got to step out a minute.
There we go. I'm in full screen. That's annoying. Oh, a bit grainy as well. Oh, anyway, how's it going, Joe? What's going on?
Nothing much. Just just relaxing, taking it.
Chilling out.
Easy.
Let's go. Well, it's me and about to go to bed. Bernie's lying in bed, right? Bernie, good night, mate. All right. I was watching Randy bounce about in his boat yesterday. Well, his evening. Well, his yesterday, which is still our yesterday, our today. Time zones are confusing. Bernie's in the same time zone as Randy. Kind of day or Randy morning. Time zone is confusing. Yeah. So Randy and Bernie are now on a Monday. I'm still on a Sunday. You're on a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm on a Sunday.
Yeah, so we're all a bit. It's all a bit nuts. Let me have a look at the comments. Here we go.
You can see the comments.
I can see. I have to click up in the private chat at the top, and it's got comments on the right. You have to click on it. If you're using your phone, maybe not. That depends, you know. But British Spy, love it. Bernie is there, long time. How you doing, Bernie? How's it gone, sir? Filipino Joe.
British Spy, get up here and join us. You know what's funny, guys? Let me turn this back the way here.
That's better.
All right. You know what's funny? Over the years, we've been knowing each other a long time. Time flies.
Exactly. I know.
You know, before we know it, we've been knowing each other for years. It's just passed on like that.
Because we've all kind of been through similar platforms, but different. Because I went from Blab. I was a Blab person. I met Bobby Stamps in there. Bobby told me about you, and then we kind of were sort of a lot of us were on Periscope, but he was on like Meerkat and stuff. But Blab was my main one. I met a lot of people on. hence, but obviously what's sort of gone around in circles and back and forward. We all ended up in HAPS, that kind of thing. So that was your kind of sort of how a lot of us kind of connected in some ways. So we've all been on similar platforms, but somehow met in the middle somewhere.
All right. Monday morning at 9:07 a.m. for Bernie in Australia.
Do you know that Bernie gets up at 9 o'clock in the morning, takes a shit at 8 o'clock in the morning.
There you go. I understand that. I've seen that joke. Yeah, I've seen that. You've seen that joke, yeah. Anyway, it's been really amazing how we've all went from platform to platform, and Joe's on about every platform. He's been out for God knows. Joe's an avidly on live streams. Fraser's been hard at it, but I think most of it is we're all still working, regular jobs, doing our work. So we never really put our what I would call a really professional attempt or effort into streaming. We just play around. Boss man, hello and good morning. Boss man is saying good morning.
Morning.
So, yeah.
I'd say for me, Blab was the better one out of the whole ones that I've seen, because that was, unfortunately, it was just, there's that, and there was also Get Vocal was the other one, but it's the same idea. The owners went sort of just got kind of greedy and their head stuck up their ass and basically screwed it all up for everybody, basically. But that was
a lot of the platforms, they have good intentions, and I don't know what the problem is, but they can't keep it going. Yeah. So it turns out it's best to be on YouTube or Twitch. There's nothing else that's even remotely good anymore. And if you put all your efforts into these fly-by-night companies, you lose your audience. If you remember back in Periscope, I never would be, we were hundreds and thousands of people every broadcast. And then they killed that. Then we got it built up on HAPS. They killed that. Then I got killed on Twitch. Now I have to monitor my behavior. And on YouTube, I have to monitor even more.
It's something woke people. Something kind of, as soon as somebody complain, instead of, like you're saying, if you don't like something, put your hand on the button or twiddle the knob and change the channel. It's not rocket science. Don't watch it. Don't complain though, just because you don't like something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous that we're so highly monitored in the world today. I never would have thought of this as a child, that you would be disconnected from society if you said something one other person didn't like. I still can't get my head around that.
Well, it's worse. It's worse over here. Worse than Scotland. They've got a hate crime law, so you can't really offend. If you offend somebody, you can moan and complain. You get stupid. So.
I seen that in parts of the UK, somebody would say something and they would call it a hate crime, and they didn't even say anything that I thought was anywhere towards hate. But you got to really be careful what you say. I mean, there was one guy that complained about the way some people dressed, and he got in trouble for it.
It's the namby-pamby generation.
Running man.
That's like
Bob said, "What's up, my main obese channel?" Fraser's not obese now; he's handling it.
That's like me on Facebook. I don't even go live, but they banned me because I'm me.
You got banned on Facebook?
Not Facebook, on Periscope. Periscope. Every time.
Why did you get banned on Periscope, Joe?
I got banned so many times on Periscope. I
know there was. Oh, I remember that. There was a group of people chasing you around, and they hated you because you were a moderator.
Yeah, not only that, but I think it was because I was always in your stream.
No. They were getting on to you. I forget. There was a group that didn't like you. There was a few people. I don't know who it was. We never found out who they were, but they would follow you everywhere and harass you.
The second I sign in, I would get banned.
Yeah. What was that lady, the older lady out on the west coast of America? I think she's from Oregon. Remember her? She would get all the time harassed. She would cook and stuff. The older lady out, and she would have somebody just trolled her to death. I can't remember her name now. Yeah. That poor gal was really, really, she had a big problem with some troll that hated her for some reason. I think she went through a divorce and her husband had set something up to make sure that somebody harassed her for no reason. How about you, Fraser? You been dealing with any trolls lately?
Not really. I get the odd when I stream to YouTube. You get the odd little troll, but nothing's. You just suspend them or whatever. It's easy enough.
Yeah, so nothing major.
Nothing major.
Oh, that girl's name was Karen. Remember that older lady named Karen?
Oh yes, I remember. I know you're talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was always hanging out with Swift Beats, and somebody would find her and harass her.
Right.
She had this one person that would just never leave her alone. I thought it was her ex-husband.
Oh dear.
Somebody even made a page of her, and
Karen.
everybody thought it was her, but it wasn't. You know, it was just a fake page.
Yeah, they really that poor old gal, she couldn't win. She couldn't win at all. That troll stayed with her for years, man. They never would leave. That was the most hardcore troll. That's why I think that had to be her ex. There's no way somebody in their real life would focus on somebody like that for no reason. It had to be an ex type situation. I mean, there's nobody that spends all their waking time to troll some lady that's really a quiet lady, you know. She wasn't, I don't know, she never even had any risque comments, you know. Everything she said were very conservative. I believe she was one of those Seventh-day Adventists and she only cooked vegan food or something. I would have thought that was kind of like in style. But apparently, Alexis, Pampered Chef, also had a troll forever. Yes, she did. She had one. You know what? I remember Alexis had a troll for a long time.
Where's that Swift Beats? I don't know what it is these days.
You know what it is? Some of the people stick to people if you overreact. And that's the secret. Don't overreact and don't worry about it.
There's a lot of people have using airtime. That's what they're using. I don't use that. So
What is airtime?
it's another app. It's a lot of people are on that. You can create little rooms. Just it's kind of similar to probably Periscope-ish a little bit maybe. But it's an airtime app, so you can chat to people in rooms. It's kind of like that, for example. If you'll see that, no, you won't see that. There we go. Nah, it's because of
Area trolls there. Okay.
you can. There's airtime, which is the other app you can use.
Yeah, I don't use any new apps anymore.
That's not new. That's quite an old one. So.
Oh, Bernie says he's on airtime. Okay.
On airtimes. So it's not new. It's been around for a while. So.
Really?
Yeah. You can.
I wonder why it hasn't gained any traction.
Yeah, I think people. Yeah, it's still there. It's not like. Yeah, it's one of those apps.
Have you tried it, Joe?
What, airtime? No.
Yeah.
I never heard of it. It's the first time.
I think it's kind of like MySpace. It's still there, but who's on it?
It's quite a few people. Well, there's a lot of people from I would say from HAPS are on it. Who were the kind of, I'd say the clique or the in crowd or the crowd you don't want to really hang around with because there was so much good drama going on. It was the kind of crowd you want.
Now, are they real strict on airtime? Do they knock you out and suspend you for anything?
I don't know about that. I think they're right. Yeah. So, far as I know. But.
The worst one that I've experienced so far is TikTok. It's so terrible. A lot of ex-Periscope and has people are on there. All right,
Bernie's got the inside scoop.
Well, they can keep it as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I don't want any more part of that nonsense.
Exactly.
I didn't care for most people on HAPS anyway. I was only being delightful because I'm a good person. But at the end of the day, most everybody over there, I didn't like them at all. You know what I mean? They were all supporting that new modern lifestyle that I'm not into, and I don't want to go into detail. I don't want to get kicked out of here.
What are you grateful for?
That's all you support. I'm not really into that.
What are you grateful for?
Yeah. What are you grateful for? Oh, Michael.
The overlords. Here.
You know, we haven't seen Michael in a while. I'm surprised we couldn't get him up here. What time is it in Canada?
Same at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, he's,
In the
Five.
afternoon?
he's on TikTok every day too.
He's on TikTok every day, walking his dog. That's all he does.
Yeah.
And you see his dog taking a shit every morning. That's about it. It's quite exciting. It's basically, oh, there's the dog walking in the snow. Oh, there's the dog taking a piss. There's the dog taking a shit.
You know what? We need to hear from Michael. Let me shoot him a message.
Yeah.
He doesn't
We
come
haven't
up.
had old Michael up here in a long time.
He
Let me
doesn't
see if I
even
can
answer. He doesn't even answer his phone. You try and call him. He doesn't answer. He's just sort of different.
Well, he has that job where he can't really do it, you know.
He can really just sort of watch his TikTok. It's the same thing every day, really. It's nothing exciting. Even if you're Fireman Rich was admitting that, it's like, right, okay.
How do you spell Michael?
Michalael.
See, that's my problem. I always spell it Michelle. M-I-C-H.
AEL. It's like the word heal, but the A and E are swapped. He's probably walking his dog. He'll be on TikTok or something.
Let me see if I can get him over here. Let's see if he answers.
You got his phone number.
I'm doing him on the Facebook.
All right, okay. He doesn't answer very well. He's a bit of a.
Well, you remember, he's in charge of one of these big lodges where he works at, and I don't think they're allowed to. I don't remember. I really don't know the whole deal. Let me see if we can get him on here.
A lodge. I thought he was part of the. Well, maybe he's not doing his lifting anymore. He's in the Masons for the shows.
Yeah, some elevator operator at the Masonic Grand Place or something.
Yeah, it shows that so that funny handshake, you know. Kind of show a bit of nipple or something, you know, just to. You want to get him. He doesn't answer.
Hello? You're right. He don't answer. He must be busy.
He'll be walking his dog. To be on his third work of the day. Probably on his third shit or something. I don't know.
All right.
On.
Anyway, we're trying to get it working. John, what's up? John Hotling's telling everybody hello. Y'all ignoring him now. Microphone and your keyboard so I can talk into it, and we'll take what you want. There you go.
There we go.
Say what you want. All right, folks. Hello. Good morning. We're having an old man chat here. Nothing overly exciting. We're just chit-chatting, talking to each other about the old times of the streaming and the live stuff. I was trying to ring up somebody, and I can't seem to get a hold of them.
Yeah, you probably won't get a hold of them. You probably have to message him. Unless you message on TikTok, you might get a hold of him, but I doubt it. Depends if he's not.
I don't use TikTok.
Oh, no, you don't? Okay.
I mean, I have it, but I just don't use it. I don't know. I just found TikTok to be kind of like, what's for lunch, Fraser? Little Jim wanted to know. What'd you have?
Lunch? Huh?
What did you have at lunch?
I have what to have for lunch. I didn't really have lunch. No, so I've had dinner. Well, I just had a cheese sandwich. Nothing exciting.
There you go.
Um,
Let me charge this phone again. All right, we're all charged up. Bernie Dole, what are you grateful for today, Randy? I'm grateful that Fraser's here and Joe's here, and I'm not grateful for the sky. It's looking dismal again this morning. So the sun has came up and it's looking very dismal. I noticed you like using a green screen, Fraser. I don't really like those.
Well, there's no green screen system, sort of. My background's got. I'm getting a new fridge freezer delivered on Tuesday because my fridge has died. It's on, but it's giving off a smell, so I had to order a new one. So it's kind of stinking my flat out. The last
You talking about your girlfriend or who are you talking about?
No, I'm getting a new fridge freezer. I had to buy one. I had to get a new fridge freezer.
You're talking about your girlfriend.
No, I was stinking my flat out, so I've just put this on for the moment. So,
All right.
But yeah, just a virtual background. There's no green screen. It's just a virtual, but they're not the best, kind of thing.
Virtual background.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, they actually burn out your CPU.
Yeah,
they're very intense. Those virtual backgrounds.
Yeah, but yeah. So
on the video cards.
But yeah, so that's hence why I'm just using that for the moment. But all is good.
I should turn on my virtual background, huh?
Well, yours is all right.
I don't know. Mine's real. I didn't turn one on. I could turn one on, but it uses too much CPU.
Exactly. But anyway, right, boys, I'm going to hit the hay, but I'll catch up with you again, and I'll let Bernie get out of bed, and I'm going to go to my bed, and I'll catch up.
All right, we appreciate Mr. Fraser from Edinburgh.
Randy, I catch you more times now going live than I do when you're in bloody Saudi Arabia, because you go.
Yeah, timing's a little different.
Yeah, because you go live like I can't know when I wake up in the morning. I check my email. Randy went live.
All right. Good night, Fraser. Have a great night. We'll see you later. Thank you for being here. All right, that was Mr. Fraser from Edinburgh. Somebody asked me in the chat, "How is your cat?" I actually got an update. Earl is fine. Somebody went and checked on him yesterday and brought some more gourmet food, and they said the guy taking care of my cat is doing a great job. So we're back in business. Earl has been checked on, and he is doing great. Whoop, whoop. Actually, somebody had to go over to the management, find the guy, and check on Earl. The phone number I had in my phone wouldn't connect. You know, that old boy, he's not, I forget where he's from. He's from Sri Lanka. I don't know. Anyway, where he's from, I couldn't understand, and I guess I got the number wrong. I didn't test it. I should have tested the number to make sure I could get a hold of him properly. We had Mr. Fraser here. That was pretty interesting. Very exciting. We hadn't seen him in a while. Man, my hands are sore, Joe. Boy, I'm going to have to lose a lot more weight to be sailing.
You should wear gloves. That way, they don't.
The Space Council is. So, I do have a virtual strip club background. I deleted it from this laptop. You ever seen the virtual stripper, Joe?
No.
You can download it. It's a little stripper. It runs around your screen and sits in the corner, and you can get different ladies. Anyway, it's kind of interesting. I had a virtual stripper for about a year on my computer, but this CPU is only an i5. It's not strong enough to do those kind of things. I can't. I'm not buying a new computer again. Gloves are a must for pulling those ropes. Little Jim, you're right about that. My hands are freaking sore. At least they're both the same size again, almost. I'd fallen down off the cabin down to the side of the boat, and all my weight landed on my wrist, which was, it's a miracle that I'm still able to do everything every day. I fell from the cabin top down into the railing system, and I caught my sore hands. Randy, been strained. Yeah, I've been hurting, man. Get weightlifting gloves. That's a good idea, Scott. Maybe we'll have to check that out. I don't know. He doesn't read the comments. Bernie, I see yours. You said Frazier. You said too much tugging. It depends. I read them, just not out loud. Depends what they are. I miss like every other comment. I just put a few up there because Joe can't see comments. So Joe, your trip is pretty much going to be. There's no way to do your trip here for a while.
No, not right now. Let's see what happens next year.
I think we need to do a GoFundMe. I think we should sponsor your trip if you will stream it the whole time. I could probably get a big group of people together to sponsor your trip, but you have to stream it the whole time. I used to get blisters throwing those bales of hay. Oh God. I used to do that too. I went through a lot of life blisters growing up doing construction side work and field work, trying to make a little extra money. I'm surprised my hands still work, to be honest. I thought when I got older, I'd be full of arthritis. Tell us about your GF, Cup of Joe.
Oh, nothing much to say. You just, uh, she's really nice. She's really nice to me. So uh, she don't live too far from Randy's house in Tennessee. She lives about, I guess, 10 minutes.
Does she work?
No, but she takes care of her what do you call it? She takes care of her brother and her brother's and then a couple of cousins that live at the house. So she takes care of them.
Randy, have you met her? No, I haven't met nobody. Paul, when you're selling, I open Cebu AccuWeather radar. I wonder if you get registered so I can see. Okay, I'll do that. I'll have to get into that. I'll try the AccuWeather. I actually have an auto posting app. I just haven't been using it. There are 2 boats I can see in the yacht club in the live webpage. All right, Paul. Well, let me see about that. AccuWeather radar registered. Okay, I need to do that. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll register. Somebody asked if I'd met Cup of Joe's gal. To be honest, I don't want to be rude, but my dad brought home a new gal every week. I don't want to meet nobody. You know what I mean? If she's with you and you're here, okay. But I don't go out of my way to meet folks I don't really know. It's just the way it is, if you tie the knot and have a document, then it becomes your relative. Then I'll be more accommodating. Until that time, it's just a chat friend you have on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
I need to use the restroom real quick. Excuse me. Joe, would you mind taking over the exciting chat? I'm about to blow out a cup of Nescafe coffee the wrong way.
All right. Oh, you see here. Chat, comments. All right. Now I just see comments. I don't see the screen. So this is ridiculous. I'm a very bad host. I never have anything. I can't think of anything to say. Where's Cole? Hey, Cole, get to the computer. Hello, Cole. Uh, uh, oh, hi, Paul. Hi, Paul. Yeah, no, I'm on an iPad. I'm on an iPad.
Reese's Cup.
Yeah,
That's the best one they make, isn't it? What's your
can't-
favorite? Oh man, they were both there. I should have got that. I thought your favorite was Reese's Puffs.
What happened?
All right, hello and welcome back, everyone. He's makeup. Boomers are so cute when they live stream. Boomers and cuters and rumors and all them things are cute. Everybody's cute when they live stream. I tell you what, Randy isn't an agreeable person, is he? What do you think about that? Who knows? I'm sometimes agreeable. I pretty much get set in my ways, setting things that are. It's not that I'm not agreeable. It's I'm no nonsense. You don't understand that. It's more of a no nonsense. If I already know the situation and the outcome, I don't bother to explain why I'm not agreeing with it. So it's not being not agreeable. It's 99% chance I've already been through the situation or faced that demon that I already know the outcome. So that's my non-agreeable attitude. And the older you get, the more you'll notice that. When you were young, you listened about anything. Your buddy would come over, hey, let's jump off to the barn in the hay. The first time you do it, somebody left a rock under there and you got hurt. You wouldn't do it again. And you would just say, no, I don't want to. That doesn't mean you're non-agreeable. It's just history. You know what happened before and you're not going to do it again. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, just history. Once you learn how things don't work. Moose said, I can, Randy, a way of thinking, I can relate. Of course. Wait, we got something here, Joe. What's that? Oh, I missed it. There's a big comment for you, Joe. I think you missed it. Scott said, Joe, on SSI, they won't give you your pension yet. I thought you were 100% disabled. You can collect a pension also.
Yeah, no, I get Social Security disability, but my pension is different. The pension, I have to wait until I'm 65 to get my full pension. I get my full Social Security when I turn 65 too. Right now, I'm just getting the Social Security disability, but I'll get my full Social Security when I turn 65.
So the city of New York will not give you part of your pension.
No,
because you're disabled.
No, that's why I get that.
Have you talked to a lawyer about that?
That's from I had a lawyer when I got my Social Security disability.
Yeah, but what about did he look into your New York City pension?
Yeah, it's in the contract. It's in our bus company contract.
Oh, you guys were unionized, weren't you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the union sold you out.
Yeah,
that's the problem. That's why I like the South, right to work. They don't negotiate everything in my benefits as a group, but as an individual. Those right to work states, you have more flexibility. In New York, you didn't have a choice. There was a local union that controlled everything. Now that you're disabled and you need something, did the union offer to help you?
No, that's why I get Social Security disability.
Okay, but the union gave you nothing.
No.
You paid in for how many years and you got and when you got something wrong with you, there was nothing for you.
No, because that's how you get Social Security disability. It's just money I put in to my Social Security.
Yeah, that's normal. That's what every citizen in America gets. But I'm talking about your union. You were a union. They took your money, and when you got injured, they gave you nothing.
Right, because when I was injured, when I was out working, I was getting compensation. I was getting compensation.
Yeah, you got your workers' comp. Once again, that is also a federal offering. The union gave you nothing. No. I'm not anti-union, people, but what I'm saying is you pay every month your union dues. Right. And whenever you have an issue, you don't seem to get anything back. I don't understand that. Why would I want to do that? In the South, we have what's called right to work. I don't have to join any union. I have not seen the unions. Maybe I watch too much TV, but every union leader seems to be some guy driving a Maserati living over in Queens named Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny Barbarino, he's the union leader. He has a Maserati and a wife who loves gold and diamonds. I haven't seen no hardworking man get any benefits. I may be wrong, but that's my view of the whole union thing. somebody could get up here and argue differently and tell me what the union did for you, I would welcome it. But I ain't found anybody yet that was out there praising the unions. I just know that they keep paying, but I don't see what they do for the people. I do know that they keep a lot of degenerates employed at your company because you can't fire them. So they keep all the degenerates in your office. They don't pay you anything. And a dude named Vinny and his wife, I don't know what is a good name for his wife. We'll call her Barbara Ann. Barbara Ann and Vinny over there living in Queens or Staten Island, enjoying their 10,000 square foot house, driving Maseratis and Mercedes because he's the leader of the free union. Woohoo! Right to work. Give me a union. How much money do they take from you every month?
$26, and it was $26.50 a week.
$26 a week.
A week, because we got paid every week.
You gave them a little over $100 a month for years, and when you had a problem, you didn't get anything.
No, but I had to, like I said, it's in the contract where we collect our full pension at 65.
Yeah, but there's nothing in that contract if you're injured. That's unfair.
Well, that's the injured is me getting my Social Security disability. So that's all.
No, that's what the government gives you.
That's when I was working, I was getting compensation. When I retired, I no longer got compensation.
Huh. I don't know. I hear what you're saying, and I understand, but everything you're telling me is what everybody gets in America, no matter whether they're a union member or not. I don't understand what benefit you got.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you give somebody $100 a month most of your life, you ought to get something out of it a little later in life, you know? So it's kind of strange to me. Now, I know that every union is different, from the local plumber to the local this and the local that. Mob tied up in my union. Something's going on. Look at here's old poor Cup Joe. Been in the union all his life, gave him $100 a month. He gets sick. He didn't even get. Did he even give you a T-shirt?
No.
You didn't even get a T-shirt. I'll be. You didn't even get a UAW T-shirt. Boy, they got you.
The only thing I got it somewhere, is I still have my badge, and I still have my uniform.
So you got a uniform and a badge out of the deal.
Yeah, I still have back because my number's retired. So when you retire, they retire your number.
All right. I don't know. I think the police union, don't they get better benefits?
Actually, us bus drivers got better benefits than the police officers.
Really?
Yeah.
We have to talk to Duty Ron about his benefits versus yours.
And right now they're making more money than the police officers.
Really?
They're making $200,000 a year. Bus drivers.
Unbelievable.
$200,000 a year.
I don't know, Joe. I'm just a little shocked that all those years giving them people money and you didn't really get any benefit of it. That just seems wrong. I ain't discrediting you or yelling at you. I'm just saying I don't think you were treated fairly. You know what I mean? If I don't care what you do, if you give somebody $100 a month your whole life and you don't really see anything, there's something going on there. And I believe if you don't join the union, it's hard on you, isn't it?
Well, you have to join the union when you're a bus driver.
You have to join it. You didn't even have a choice.
No, you had no choice because the bus drivers are all unionized. The only one that weren't unionized was the bosses. The bosses up, so whenever somebody got in trouble, they had to see the boss. They have to go to the union, and our union rep will take care. He goes for you. He's your lawyer, your union rep.
Anyway, I won't get into crucifying the union. I'll let them talk about what they want to talk about. Some people swear by it. I have friends that are a member of the, I don't know what it is, but they're electricians and they're a member of that union, and they wouldn't. That's it. They'll never leave it. They love it. So I don't know. I guess it depends what your union is and what you're doing, but I don't. I don't really understand the whole thing. You know, grow up in the South, we don't have unions, so how am I going to know anything about it? The only thing I know is listen to people like you or watching them TV drama. So I don't really know the truth. All right, Cup of Joe, I believe we're getting ready to get off of here. I'm going to take a break, get ready, may go down to the boat, watch the weather in the sky.
Yeah, time for me to make some dinner.
All right. Well, Joe, thanks for coming up here chit-chatting with us. We really appreciate you. Wishing you a better day and a better evening and a better everything. As always, Joe, we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Okay. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
All right.
All right, folks. That was Mr. Cup of Joe. We are actually, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get ready. Wait a minute. We got a message here. We got your husband also in the union for the transit system. Okay. Well, anyway, I didn't see Cup of Joe get anything exciting out of his whole deal. So it is what it is. I think I'm getting ready to go, folks. And after this, I'll be back a little later on the boat, I think. So let's let her go.
Hello, I'm Randy Horton, and we're here in...
Hello, we're now departing
the Philippines.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you for joining us on this travel adventure here on Mindanao Island. Goodbye. Bye. You're with Randy Horton. Wait a minute now.
Ah, shut up! Don't touch me!
Ouch! Ow! 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 That was a moment. Hey, how you folks doing? We're getting ready to go somewhere scary. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. I hope you have a beautiful day. See you